y'all? I ain't want too much. Just gonna tell y'all how my little date went yesterday. Well, how almost from me being selfish, not selfish, but wanting to be selfish, that on there tricked my babies about some gifts. Y'all know on my community post, I wrote uh I wrote about the baby's birthday or whatever. And then I side noted it with, would I be, selfish or not wanting to share the babies with their grandparents for their birthday, right? Because usually what they do for their birthday, they give them on the day, if their birthday fall on a weekday, they give them, the dollars of how old they are, and then whatever we decide to do that weekend, because again, they're 4 years and 2 days apart. They contribute a lot to that. That's usually what's done. I don't know if the double digits was a big thing for the grandparents, but baby, I decided to let Grandpa get them, because usually when he say, Siobhan, I'm taking the shot, usually it be little like you get a whole bunch of toys, stuff like that. So I mean, Christmas right around the corner. They got a lot of toys as it is. I got to get rid of toys because they got new toys coming. So I was gonna hold off on that because I wanted to be selfish and do what I wanted to do with them for their birthday, especially when they first turned to double digits. That's a milestone to me, right? I ended up letting them go. Granddaddy spent money on. Granddaddy spent money. Then grandma comes with my kids ain't got no iPhones. They got regular phones. They just 10. But she comes in with their first smartwatches. Like, okay, all right. What is it this year? Like, is it the double digits? That touched my heart. It really did. It did. And like I said, I almost tricked them out of, getting them gifts because I won't go let them. And then, and they bought on Roblox, whatever the fuck it is, cards, which didn't work. So if y'all know anything about these, because usually when it comes to the Robux, usually I just take my card, my bank card, and purchase them. Oh, girl. Hit me, girl. I can use another car. You gotta pay attention. Shit. Anyway, usually I take my card and purchase for them. But they granddad got a card from the grocery store. So I'm doing it or whatever, putting it in for them or whatever. And it ain't working. I'm hitting Robux up. You got phone numbers that don't freaking work. But anyway, they had an amazing day yesterday. It was amazing. So that's how I had a little time to get online and see what was going on yesterday because Granddaddy came and got them and took them shopping. They had a day. Then they wakes up this morning, Allie just kicking their behind. So they're home. They're at home. Then to kind of find out they really didn't want to go to school yesterday because the librarian, I don't know why these kids wait so late to tell me stuff, but the librarian gives them birthday lists. And they didn't tell me that until last night. And I'm looking at them like, girl, because my daughter was the one that told me first. Girl, all you had to do is tell me she giving you licks, and she won't go give you no licks. But she ended up not doing it. She ended up not doing it because I told my daughter to tell her, look, I don't want no birthday licks. When I was little, birthday licks went, like I said, I'm the only child on my mama's side, so my cousins, my aunt's children, I was raised up around, you know how the family have a lot of sisters and all the kids in the house together, but I was the only one that was the only child. So when it came to birthday licks, I was getting punches, shit. So I don't do the birthday licks thing with my kids. But I was trying to tell my daughter that it's fun, you know, it's a tradition for, I don't know, I don't necessarily say black folks for people, but since I'm a black person, it is a tradition for black folks. I can't tell you about the traditions in Caucasian families because I'm not Caucasian. So it was like a tradition. And I was, and librarian is black. So I'm like, do she hit you hard? My daughter says no, but says the teacher was ducking her. So I'm like, shit, it's a whole grown ass man ducking this lady. What's she doing? But my daughter ended up telling her, we don't do birthday licks in our house. So she ended up not doing it. Thank God, because had she done it and my daughter told her no, it was going to be a problem. Which I think is an issue anyway with giving people kids birthday licks, because evidently she was doing it with my kids since they've been going there, and they were fed up. They ain't care about the little party at school, and you know I was like, look, she's not gonna do it. You know, you gonna risk all that fun just because you think the librarian will give you birthday licks. Just tell her you don't want her to do it. And if she do it, then we'll have a talk. I'll talk to her. And I was surprised they went with that because they know how my talks go, especially when it comes to somebody putting their damn hands on them. So, but they didn't go today. Yeah. They out just, none yet. Hey, boo. Hey, sis, life is good. Like you more. I told you happy birthday. Good morning, Miss Tina. You gotta. I put on a community wall. Happy birthday to you. I know you be with the grandkids all the time. I don't know if you saw it, but I was watching Lovely and I heard her say happy birthday to you. So I wished you a happy birthday. Yep. So it went pretty good for them, y'all. It really went pretty good. I was shocked, kind of shocked, because the grandparents do a lot. They always do a lot for birthdays and Christmas. But I guess it was that 10, them double digits, 10 years old. Shit. Oldest daughter getting them iPhones. So maybe I'm hoping the smartwatches go with iPhones that my 19-year-old go get them. Because I showed it paired it with the Androids they got. She made them a deal. She said she bought the phones last year and said, if you take care of these, next year I'll upgrade y'all to an iPhone. And I'm proud of them. They took care of that phone. You hear me? That phone couldn't even slip out my hand, and they looking like, you know, the look they gave me, Mom, you break my phone. If my sister don't buy me a phone, is you gonna step in and buy me one? That's kind of look they gave me. As I practice gentle parenting with these kids. I practice gentle parenting with these kids, so I don't hit them or nothing like that. So sometimes they mouth, it don't get out of hand, but sometimes I have to let them know, look, watch your mouth, watch your mouth. My oldest kids always tell me, they need the Siobhan we had. What happened to her? Now these kids ain't like y'all. Shit, y'all. The first, especially the oldest two, y'all was raised in the, you know, until y'all was what, 9 and 10. Y'all was in the project, so yeah, they ain't like y'all. They talk proper. It's a whole different ball game. I don't know if it's, you know, because the first two was born in the 19s, was 1990 and 98 and stuff like that. So last ones was born, they millennium. I say the millennium babies because I know y'all remember when 2000 came, it was millennium and the world go in and the computer's gonna turn off and all that other shit they said when 2000 first hit. So yeah, it's different. So I don't put my hands on these kids at all. Mm-mm. And if I get too mad, I walks away. I calms on down until I'm better because listen, just because I'm practicing gentle parenting, that don't mean they gentle kids. They still are kids. They still, they ain't no bad kids, but they still kids. Kids sometimes why you do that? One of my pet peeves is when a child do something, you ask them, well, what made you do that? And they just look at you, blinking their eyes. Like they ain't just did something. They just look with the blink. And I'm like, that's a question. It needs to be. Anyway, that's what I came to tell y'all, that they had a amazing day. They had a good day. Now I ain't got to come out my pocket with as much money because granddaddy done came in, grandma done came in. So they saved me a couple of dollars for the weekend. Other than that, y'all, ain't shit going on. I ain't seen shit going on. I was in an interesting live that I don't care. Well, do I want to talk about it? It's not that because I said I won't because I said I wasn't speaking on a particular person anymore. I'm not even going to talk about it because it'll be me speaking on her. But what I will say is the live I was in yesterday, the shit I found out, the shit is sad. No, y'all ain't get that tea yet, boo, but when I get it, keep your notifications on, all right? Because when I figure it, if I figure it out or when I get it, I'm going to unlist it. And I'm going to put it, none of you know how we do. Ain't no email. So y'all don't go around saying, Vonni emailing none of you, or Vonni got none of you. It ain't nothing like that. Hey, Abril, sis. Good morning. That's all I wanted, but what I will say, this shit is sad. This shit is sad, and for a certain lady to be so old, and the crazy part is, I haven't even noticed that the person that was the shit is being done to haven't even been on here. So it kind of makes you believe, yes. And then the person, haven't even been on here. I went and checked, was it last night? And I'm like, damn, they right. She ain't even been up here. Like, her feelings must really be hurt. You understand? I don't know. So let's say it. It's sick. It's sick, like you said, bro. Sick and sad. Most definitely. Trust me. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ain't much I can say. All I can say is you reap what you sow in karma. I'm a big believer in karma. But they damn sure it made sense. It made sense. And y'all better stop sleeping on youngins. Cause youngin peeps some shit out. Y'all done fucked around and turned on the wrong one. And she just been sitting back looking. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. See, I've been seeing the obsession with the first lady. I always thought that was weird. But damn. I'll speak on it eventually. Once I find the right words to say, because I said I won't speak it on certain people no more. So if it come out now, it's gonna come out the wrong way. And it's gonna look like I'm talking shit. When I'm just basically talking about the shit I seen or the shit I heard. But I ain't gonna tie that in with this. Hey, Chris Bourne. Chris Bourne. Hey, Chris Thorns, good to see you. Thanks. I was a Bria, but if I do it, it's gonna come off the wrong way. And I don't want to tie one in with the other because that one, what I was talking about, it's trust me, it's gonna come off the wrong way. Because how I feel like damn, like certain stuff you did to other people, now you're starting to get it back. That's why I said karma. That's the whole point of me, saying the karma word. But people had seen. He ain't knew. Since he ain't knew. You say welcome, thank you, but he ain't. No need to speak on it. Speaking up for you. Yeah, yeah. Chris not knows this. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, y'all, cause these allergies kicking my all of my kids behind, not just the four ones in here. All they my daughter called me. She's sniffling and she need her pump because the allergies can trigger asthma. So yeah, and because they started new allergy medicine, I won't give them the right dose. Don't do it. Let it continue down for this on. Now see, listen, see, I ain't say that, Abri. I ain't gonna do it yet. And I'm not intervening. I'm just gonna talk about the shit I seen. You see how that go? You have Miss Tina. Yeah, I don't deal with allergies. I deal with sinuses myself, but I haven't had a sinus problem in years. But yeah, they kicking my babies behind. It's from the weather changing. It's the weather change, especially primarily when it gets from warm to getting cold. That's when it starts to, and then in the springtime when that pollen start to fall in, it gets to them too. But yeah, so I want to keep them close so I can watch them. So when they said yesterday it was the throat tingling just a little bit, so that really wasn't much. So now it went from the throat of my son to his ear, and all that's tied in together. So when he said his ear was hurting, I was like, yeah, that's your allergies. It's all tied in together. He's suffering bad what he said. It's crazy. It's crazy. They get that from their father. All I can say is poor babies, cause I don't deal with it. They just a sniffling, and then so I had to pour the humidifier out, and I put the Vicks on the humidifier. But like I don't know about y'all, but all my kids love a fan in their face. So I removed the big fan and I put a smaller one that don't blow as hard because they act like they can't sleep without a freaking fan. And that's all my husband kids too. Like why you can't sleep without a fan in your face? Goodness, my husband would have a fan in his face and a damn AC blowing. My goodness, weird shit. But so I try to make it work. We gonna see how it worked after since I took the it's just a regular box fan. Took that out their face and put a smaller fan. Kind of like the towers. They don't blow as hard as the box fans. So we gonna see. They actually woke up this morning looking better than they did yesterday because the allergies make your eyes a little red and a little puffy. So they woke up because I finally gave them the right dose of medicine. So yeah, they look a little better. Their eyes cleared up, so it's getting better. Then they out of school. You can't sleep without it. That's crazy. I be freezing. Why you got to have the AC and a fan on? Cause something got to be in your face. Like that's crazy. I watched a short and it said the only way to wake up a black person, and it had gunshots. It had loud music. It had so much noise in the background of that video. It said, turn that fan off. That boy woke up and said, who turned the fan off? Crack a window. Yeah, and that's what I do too. Yes, that for the allergies, yes. I make sure their windows is cracked because that you so right, Miss Tina. And it works for my signs as well. But that cool breeze opened up their nose as far as it being stuffy. Yeah, that cool breeze definitely does. So yeah, I open up a window with the AC on. Open up the other window. Yeah. And feet in that cover stay. She say Fed on the floor and feet not covered, not cold feet. I have socks on that. I don't even like to sleep in socks. That damn man be freezing me with my anemic stuff. I've always been anemic. Oh, it's cold. I ain't put the furry pajamas out yet. You know, I got some furry pajamas that look a little like Munch's top lip. That would made me say she had a furry lip because she reminded me of a pair of my pajamas. You understand? That would make me say that. But I got several pair of them. They so cozy. I ain't poured them out yet. It ain't got that bad yet. Not yet. And you ain't about to have me coughing. I don't know. The rain. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know because I never paid attention to if it works when it's raining because window has screens in them, so the rain don't get in here. And it's just a little crack, so the rain shouldn't, it shouldn't be too bad because all you need is a little crack. Long as it's some cool air, um, circulating through the room or the house or whatever. And window's like, yes, ma'am. Damn, is that a black thing? It can't be because I don't deal with allergies. I was going to ask if allergies is a black thing. Can't be because I don't deal with it, but I do deal with the sinuses. Some years back when I was younger, my sinus used to give me these bad migraine headaches. Thank God I ain't dealt with them since I got my wisdom teeth pulled. This may seem kind of funny, but since I got my wisdom teeth pulled, y'all, I have not dealt with my sinuses. I don't know if that well, I know that plays a part with it, thing. But since I got them wisdom teeth pulled, my sinuses has not bothered me. And I got my wisdom teeth pulled after I had my oldest set of twins. The last one after I had my oldest set of twins. So, and I haven't had a migraine headache since then, thank God. But when I did catch them, the Excedrin migraines was Excedrin migraine, Flonase, and then if I get a sinus infection, some antibiotics, and you can just feel, your nose opening up. Also Mucinex. I'm trying to figure out should I give the kids Mucinex because of the allergies, because I know me with my sinuses, it cleared me up really well. And I never used Mucinex on them because the allergy medicine has been working fine for years. And I did the same thing with my older kids. I never gave anybody Mucinex. I did use it on myself though, and it cleared me up really well. Really, really well. Really well. But I'm about to go, y'all. I was over in the military sector looking at Queen 88 has had some interesting lives lately. Interesting. Y'all know who she is. If y'all want to know, I share her on my wall. Mama Cynthia, you might know who Queen 88 is. But her last couple of lives has been very interesting. Oh, able to catch her last Oh, Bria. Look, I enjoyed your live. It was refreshing. It was refreshing. And that's the first time I caught one. The first time I caught one, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the family. And that cute little baby that was on your lap. Oh my God. I almost got baby blues. Almost. Almost. Yeah. Mama said that she have had, she's talking about the motorist sector. But her last couple of lives has been very interesting. She's talking about, I know you remember the psychic. She's talking about bringing back some of the stuff with the psychic. But Quintita had came onto her live. Was it Nightfall Last? And they was bashing her about arguing with people. But I feel like because she's a psychic, as that's what she says, she's a psychic, should she not argue back with people? Should she not respond to people? I mean, at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. That's how I feel about it. And they calling her a fake psychic. I'm not into the psychic stuff, but I do feel like all religions, everybody has a gift. Everybody has a gift because I'm a Christian and I have pastors prophesied over me that knew exactly what they were talking about. He simply called my name on and said, you ask God for this, and he said he gonna give it to you. And I haven't said anything to anyone, nobody. And I was sitting in church and he just called me out and said, you ask God for this, and he said he gonna give it to you. Hey, Sakina. So yeah. different people have different gifts, so I don't knock nobody's religion. That's something. That's not something I do. I was just looking and listening. See, this is my husband trying to be funny. Tell my son hello. All right, y'all, let me go. Nothing really happened, Sakina. I just was talking about the kid's birthday and some of the shit I seen yesterday when they were with their grandfather. I had the time to click into YouTube and see what was going on, and I had heard and seen some. Yeah, Mama Cynthia. Who? I think I know who you talk about, Mama Cynthia. It ain't me. But yes, it is someone in this chat with child. Yes. If that's who you're talking about. It ain't me. What video, Sakina? Which one? The last one I did when I was talking about Kanika? That what you talking about? Because I think that's the one I did before this one. I think, child. Finesse it. Yeah. Yeah, that creeped me out. But Sakina, let me ask you a question. How did you feel looking at it from that perspective? Because I know a long time ago you was feeling a different type of way. How did you feel looking at it from that perspective? You understand what I'm saying? Because I know some years back you felt... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, and he shunned him. He didn't even want to talk about it because he know his ass is on that footage, moving funny, moving real funny. Yeah. Soon as they went in there and I saw him sitting there, I was like, the kind of choppy white dude that was in the footage, that was in the 36-hour footage back then. He's still there. That's something really happens to some of you. I wanted to talk about that. Okay, so I'll catch you live and talk about it. Because I noticed, like I said, you had a different, point of view. And people's opinion is their opinion. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to be live because I really want to know how you feel looking at it from this side. I'm going to say this side. Because when it first came out, you wasn't a boo-boo, but, you weren't too far from a boo-boo. So how did it feel looking at it from our point of view? That way, he was good for... Yeah, and probably still is. That's what I said. I always thought, some things was going around in that hotel, and I just think they looked at her and thought that she was a part of some of that shit that was going down, and she really wasn't. She got her drink spiked and was trying to find her way back to the car. And I think I really do in my heart think that's what happened to her, and they yanked her up. They tried their hand, they know her hands was like that. Know y'all seen that security guard with that bloody face? I think baby girl did that shit to him. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Knuckled his ass right on up. Mm-hmm. That shot tongue came right on. He got a piece of that. Sure did. Whooped his ass. When they say cover up, a lot of things was covered up when it got something to do with that case. Real talk. Pretty much real. Yeah. Yeah, and then I also saw how easy, I'm glad it went back because I didn't talk about on my live. I saw how easy it was to go to the lower level and then, the level. So it was easy for her to make a mistake and hit the lower level. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how she got down there. She didn't walk into that freezer by herself, but she probably got to that lower level by mistake, just hitting that button because they show how close together them buttons was to each other. Yep, so. And then show how close the elevator was to the rooms. It was a lot. It was, yeah, it took you back, but it brought back memories and it answer some questions for me, about nobody else. Mm-hmm. Yep. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna go in here and get my babies these Gatorades. They ain't sick. It's just the allergies because they're still eating me out of the house at home. So it's just the allergies. Give them these Gatorades. What they asked for. And I'm gonna go back over here and finish watching the rest of Queen 88 interview, well not interview, but talk to Rainwater. People was asking Rainwater questions while Rainwater up there trolling, but it's interesting. It answered some questions. Yeah, not on, but yeah, it did answer some. Because in the footage, you couldn't tell that the rooms was that close to the elevator. You could not tell. You definitely didn't look like it was that close at all. So it kind of made sense because, she was real wobbly, and the way she was walking, she didn't have to walk that far to get to the elevator. I think most of us have been not that messed up, but have been messed up enough to where we wobble and they got to get to where we at. I mean, get to where we're going as far as walking. Like if you coming out the club, you got to get to your car and you wobbling. It's a short walk. So that made sense. It was a lot of editing. Of course. Yeah, you can see a lot of editing. Yes. That's why I talked about the girls in my last in that live you talked about, Sakina. I spoke about the girls. They had edited that footage that fast, Sakina. The first news clip that they showed was the original. By the time that one of the girls got off of work, it was edited that fast. What's up, Trey? Yeah. Yeah. And I see, I understand what you're saying, Sakina. I understand what you're saying. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It sure was. And a lot of shiesty characters too, honey. A lot of shiesty characters. Remember this. She was outside the room. That elevator was that close. Other stuff. Yeah. Yep. Sure do, Sakina. Yeah, I'm gonna catch your live to see what your opinion, see what you got to say about it, because you sure right about that. Sure the hell do. Yes, ma'am. I agree with you. I just said I'm gonna go back down the rabbit hole, but yeah. Yep. When you going live today, Sakina? Is you at work? You been making your money lately. I got my notifications on, so I'll see when you go live. I'll see when you hit your live. I got the damn lighter in the car. Because if I bring it in the house, my husband go fucking swipe it up. I'm not damn lighter. I'm not doing anything right now. Oh, okay, well, shit, I'm ready to end this. So, kids home today. I'm chilling today. So, I'll be able to, you going live on StreamYard? You said I'm at work. Oh, you is at work. Okay. So, yeah. But what made it a rabbit hole is to me, Abriel, from the editing of the tape, and then you had different people putting out different things. Abriel, they had at one time they had the Kanika being somebody else, her brother, which is not twins. This is why I say it's a rabbit hole, because you had so many people saying different stuff. Someone was even saying that it wasn't even true. You understand what I'm saying? And the mother really did lose her daughter. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I mean, Abriel. Straight out flat. Yep. Just making up shit. But content creating. Shit, I heard one of the men say a little while ago, I went live about it, that Drop was a fucking was some kid to Kanika though. Like, what made you think that? Still talking about it. And that's why I said I don't understand the point of going, doing that much, because YouTube been stopped paying people for Kanika videos. Man, years ago they stopped paying people for that. They don't pay people for Kanika videos anymore. It was putting different stuff. Yeah, out at different times. Yes, they were. It was crazy. It was crazy back then. And then people had their own followers, their own followers, their own subscribers. So who believed what they were saying? And honestly, right now today, a lot of the people, it was split up into sides, but a lot of people that you see was on different sides. We just all came together as one community, and we sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. Yep, I was one who didn't believe that it was true. You were, due to what I was hearing before. So yeah. That's why I asked you, Sakina, what was your point of view? But you're gonna do a live about it, so don't spoil your live. I'm definitely gonna be in your live. I definitely, because I did want to hear it. I thought about you. What day for yesterday? After I finished talking about it, you and a few others, even sis was one of the ones who didn't believe it either. We done talked about that a few times over the phone, and we agreed to disagree because she stood in her stance. She stood in her stance. I mean, she did believe Kanika was Kanika, but she still had some other beliefs that I didn't believe. But it is what it is. And you see, we were tight as ever. So I used to get mad about it, but I can't get mad. Like I say, the justice that could be served is served. Her mom living a good life. It is what it is. Them going there just took me back. And DC line. Oh, Abria asked about DC. This is what I wanted to say. Abria. Now, his name is Daryl Caesar, okay? If you go on his page and watch his videos from back then and look at him now, to me, in my opinion, and this ain't me talking about you, DC, this is my opinion. It looked like DC was off of pills and off of that drink. Because at first, he still looked like he was high on something. But after he got the drink, he got a little worse. That's why he was foaming at the sides of his mouth and stuff like that. I think he was off of something. If you want pills, it was something else. Allegedly. That's my opinion. Because he didn't used to look like that. So. And DC done smoked plenty blunts. Talking to us. Plenty blunts. And I've never seen him look like that. So I hope he don't come out and be like, it's the weed. No, it's not. What's going on with you, dog? All I can do is pray for him. But when that cap got knocked off that head, Miss Tina, when that girl knocked that cap off her head, my mouth was stuck open for about a good 2 minutes. I'm like, what happened to his hair? Damn it, DC, what the hell? What was you doing, laying on your back the whole time? Shit. Damn, dog. I hope. Lord, forgive me. Yes. I say, what the hell? Oh, that's what I said when the first went off. Ooh. And she did that shit on purpose because she knew that was recording, and she knew he had that patch back there. She did that shit on purpose. That is the same girl he had back then, though. Hey, King Ben, how you doing? That same girl he had from back then. It is the same girl. So he is with the same girl. Maybe she's stressing his ass out. I don't know. Shit. Mm-hmm. DC, take care of yourself, player, man. Take care of yourself. And just shave your head. Maybe you need to shave it and start all over again. I don't know. Shit. Or just keep the cap on. Mm-hmm. I said, damn. Hey, little sis. What you doing, Kyla? Oh, okay, how you doing? I'm doing good, King Bit. I'm ready to go back in here and chill out. Dealing with allergies. But other than that, I'm doing good. I don't got no allergies, my kids. I'm doing pretty good. I just thank God it ain't nothing else. It's just a little bit of allergies. It ain't nothing else. Because it can be a lot worse. So thank God for that. Yep. And I got a big weekend ahead of me, so prepare myself for that. Yes, I got grandkids and everything. Sure, running around the house with you, baby. How is he doing, sis? With his cute self. The cutest little thing. Get him a hug and a kiss for me. With his cute self. He is the cutest little thing. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all babies be making me have, well, not your baby, that's your grandbaby. Temperature twist. Thank you, sis. Be making me have baby blues, but not that, not, yeah, I don't want to have no more kids, though. But it's good. I think I might have another grandchild on the way. We'll see. Shit, with both of my older kids. Because as I was, one called me and told me, I talked to the other one yesterday, and he like, child, damn. But you know what? I told him, y'all have all the bit. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, because your mama ain't having no more. Oh, I know he ain't like that. Yes, Miss Tina, I love it. I love it. But see, the thing about that is, what I do to my grandkids, my daughter does back to me, because my daughter's oldest boy is 4, and my girls, they ready to turn 6, so they're not that far in age. You know, they're not too far apart in age. So if I hype her kids up, she just hype mine back up. So with her, I watch what I do. But that baby boy, I did. I did. I sure did. And I'm glad I did, because they spoiled the hell out of them. I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. Girl, you heard grandma say, cause grandma and granddaddy is separated. So grandma say, he always trying to show me out, but that's okay. My grandbabies reaping the benefits. I said, that part. Y'all go ahead. All right, this is my husband, y'all. Much love, y'all. I talk to y'all later. I see y'all kept me on here. I been was ready to go. Y'all kept me on here longer than what I was supposed to. Much love, y'all. Sakina, I'm waiting for your live, bro.